So as we said earlier, and this is an interesting tidbit about New Hampshire, undeclared voters are the largest voting bloc in this state. And new polling shows that among those undeclared registered voters, this is how it shapes up in that category. You've seen the Republican numbers where the former president is way ahead by about 20 points in most of the polling, roughly. But this is that third category, which is a big one, and it shows them 10 points apart with that group. So in separate polling, has her up nearly 50 points among moderate voters here. Haley says that this proves that she can beat Biden in the general election. I caught up with her earlier today. Now that there is, as she puts it, one fella and one lady left in this race, here's what she had to say. Watch.
Do you feel like that message is not connecting in terms of what might happen in the general election? Because Trump seems to feel like he's got this primary sewn up and he's on to the general.
I mean, look, Trump says things that doesn't make it true. I look at the actions of it. Hundreds of people at every one of our events, 1,200 people last night, hundreds today. They're saying they want something different. And they don't care about any poll they see. They know that they have a chance to change the direction of our country tomorrow. And I think you're going to see them show up and do that.
So you've kind of sharpened some of your attacks on him in recent days, going after his age. Do you wish that you had done that sooner?
No, because there were other people in the race. You know, we started with 13 or 14 people in the race. My job was to get one out at a time. And now we're down to two. And so now I'm showing the contrast between me and Trump. And it's the fact that, look, he spent trillions of dollars in debt, putting us in debt, and our kids are never going to forgive us for it. We look at the fact that he's continuing to talk about things in the past and vendettas. We need someone with a vision for the future. This is not personal for me. I don't dislike him. This is about the fact that I don't want my kids to live like this. We can't continue to have this division. We can't continue to be distracted. We can't continue to have this chaotic feeling around us. We've got to get this done. And, you know, I'm listening to the political class and the media class. They're okay with the chaos. Average Americans are not okay with the chaos. They want results. They're tired of working for government. They want government to serve them. And they're worried about their families and their kids' future.
So you said you don't necessarily have a base. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing politically for you?
I have a base. I don't have
You said that in an interview. You said, I don't have a base necessarily. I want everyone.
Well, no, that means I'm not trying to just pick a certain segment of the population I want. I want conservative Republicans. I want moderate Republicans. I want independents. I want conservative Democrats. This should be a story about addition. The problem that we're seeing in politics now is they're trying to decide who they want. You should want the majority of Americans. If Republicans have lost the last 7 out of 8 popular votes for president, we should not be proud of that. We should be saying we want more people in, not push people out. That's not how you win elections. And at the end of the day, you do results and policy. It's no drama with me. There's no personal feelings with me. This is about the fact that we have a country to save. I have a husband serving overseas. I've got a daughter who just got married, and I saw how hard it was for them to buy a home. We need to start making sure that we get the economy back on track. We get education back to the basics. We secure our border with no more excuses. We bring law and order back to our country, and that we prevent wars and start putting our enemies on their heels. That's what I want for America.
So one of the things that is talked about a lot right now in New Hampshire is the registered unaffiliated voter category. So in that category, not registered Democrats, as we've heard on the trail as well, but that category, you have about 50% in the polls, and Trump has around 30 to 40. Can you win with that margin if he's getting that chunk of those registered unaffiliated voters?
You know, it's amazing. You look at the fact we are seeing suburban women come back to us. We're seeing young college kids come back into the fold with us because they want to see somebody who's going to be a new voice, a fresh voice, a fighter for them. That's what we care about. That's what we've always cared about, is normal people. We don't care about the political class. We don't care about those that are, you know, trying to fight for the power of stuff. We want to just get normal people, and we want it to be in a way that they feel safe and they feel comfortable and they feel like someone's fighting for them. And I think that's what's missing in America right now. I mean, you've got Trump and Biden. Don't overlook the fact 70% of Americans say they don't want a Trump-Biden rematch. The majority of Americans disapprove of Trump and disapprove of Biden. That's not what you want as a leader in the country. You want someone where people are going to feel hopeful again, and where they know that you're going to have a fighter and a worker. I have campaigned here for almost a year now. touching every hand, shaking, answering every question, being the last person to leave. I don't fly in here and do a rally and leave. And I can tell you, going into South Carolina, for those that say, oh, this is more of a independent state, how's she going to win South Carolina? I won it twice. I was a Tea Party governor. I know what it takes to listen to people, to fight for people, to earn their support. I do it the hard way because that's what people expect.
So do you expect to win tomorrow night?
I've always been consistent on this. I wanted to be strong in Iowa. We started with 2%. We finished with 20%. I want to be even stronger in New Hampshire. And then I want to be stronger than that in South Carolina. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And you've got really the political and media elite saying everybody needs to coalesce around Donald Trump. He literally got 56,000 votes out of a state of 3 million. That's it. We don't believe in coronations in this country. We believe in democracy. I'm in this for the long haul.
Last question. You said that people don't want a Trump-Biden matchup. If that's what it turns out to be, would you consider running independently?
I've always said I'm not going to do that. I mean, I am a Republican. I'm running in a Republican primary, and I'm going to win in a Republican primary. I don't need to think about running as an independent. This is about our country. This is about getting our party to realize this is a story of addition, not subtraction. And this is about what I can do that's going to make my kids proud, that's going to make Americans proud, and it's going to be strong again. We've got to do that. I strongly believe in that, and I will spend every day proving to the people of this country that they made a good decision.
You know, last question. Obviously, it gets sharp in the final days. Do you ever see yourself in a Trump administration if it were to come to that, or is that something you've absolutely closed the door on?
Martha, I'm running to win this race. And as much as everybody wants to talk about what I'm going to do, at some point, y'all are going to realize that I won this race, and you're going to have to accept when I say I told you so. It is slow and slow. He wins the race. I've done this the entire time. We're going to finish it. I don't want anything else. I don't want anything else. I'm running to be president. I'm not going to pull out because somebody wants to be coronated. I'm not going to pull out because they think that I shouldn't be there. The political class has never thought I should be here. In South Carolina, in Congress, at the UN, no one has ever thought I should be here. And that's exactly why I should be here, because I'm fighting for normal people, and I'll always do that.
Well, having covered New Hampshire for many years, I can say that there are always a lot of surprises in New Hampshire and all along the presidential road. So thank you very much for talking with us this morning, and we watch with great interest to see how it all unfolds tomorrow. Thank you very much, Governor. Good to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to talk to you as always. Thank you.